So I met this guy, I don't want to name him. He was wearing a cap, so let's just call him Topi. So Topi comes in like, he's like, listen, can you please wait? I've got one really big actor coming in and I can't make him wait. I need room number 3 for him. So you'll have to wait till I finish and then you can give the audition. I was like, great, I'm used to it, I'm okay, I'll sit, I'll wait for it. And they're like, by the way, what audition are you giving? So I showed them the paper. He's like, acha, same audition. What's your name? I said, I'm Abhimanyu. He's like,
You're the guy.
I'm waiting for you.
Abhimanyu, welcome to Film Companion. It's your debut on our channel and we're very excited to have you. You're promoting Mad Ko Dard Nahi Hota Hai and I have 10 questions for you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, first up, so I know your film's called Mad Ko Dard Nahi Hota Hai, but I just want to know from you just how painful was the wait from 2016 to 2019 when your film now finally has a release date attached to it?
The process has been long. The journey has been exhilarating to say the least. The first year we were in a state of flux. We shifted producers and I mean, having Vasan sir by my side, I've been with the film for 3 years, but he's been with the film for 5 years. You know, so watching his patience, I couldn't say anything, I couldn't feel anything because he's showing so much patience. So I was just learning from him. But the last 6-8 months have been an adventure. We've been going from country to country, to city to city, and we've sold out all our shows at all the film festivals. And receiving the love that we have from different cultures in different parts of the world, it's encouraging and humbling at the same time.
But was there one particularly surreal moment where in between all of these festival rounds, you're getting standing ovations and here you're talking about a film that almost didn't get made. So do you remember like one particularly surreal moment where you're like, wow, it's all happening?
I try and involve myself in every part of the film. And when we were doing this, the tech check at the Toronto Film Festival, we were sent to this university theatre because that's where it was being showcased. And we're like, okay, university theatre, how big can it be? It'll be a small theatre, you know. We enter the theatre in the afternoon to do the sound check, and it was 1,200 seater theatre.
Oh wow.
And I just gulped again. As I gulped, when I entered the theatre there, I was like, oh, my film's going to be screened here. And it was a Friday night, and the film was going to be showcased at 11:59. If you told me to go watch a movie at 11:59 on Friday,
you'd have other plans.
I'd think twice. You tell me to watch a film which isn't even in our language, I'd think 3 times. We sold out 1,200 seats. And when we entered, there was a line outside which crossed 2 blocks. And I thought there was some other film that was being showcased over there. And the minority were Indians.
Wow.
That was surreal.
But for you, here you are making your debut film. Of course, this was not the only film that you auditioned for. There were a bunch of other offers that came your way and you chose this one and you didn't expect for the wait to be so long. What would be the biggest learning that you took away just watching these 3 years for it to take this long to make the debut that you dreamt of in 2016?
Vasan sir. He's for me, he's an institute himself. There's just so much to always learn from him. He's the most positive person I've seen. He is also extremely patient. I've seen what he's gone through. To be honest, not too many people know about this, but 4 or 5 days before the first day of shoot, this film was not going to happen. Yeah, that close into it. And because I'm so close to him, we were like on a daily talking base, and I couldn't react. You know, how do I react to this? And that's also one thing I really learned from him. Whether it's a win today or it's a loss today, it's too micro. My plan is 7 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. So me winning today is not going to affect me tomorrow, or should not affect my mood tomorrow, or me losing today should not affect my mood tomorrow.
That's a big lesson
in
itself.
Absolutely, and it's really got me going. I've been so consistent post that, and it just makes me feel happy. You know, I'm here doing what I love to do, and I love the whole process of grinding it out. You know, enjoying getting dirty every single day in the mud. That's the fun, not the getting papped outside restaurants and parties. And that at some point it's going to come into my life, but this is what the fun is. Going to an audition, waiting there, looking at 10 other boys or girls wanting to give the same audition. That feeling when you give the audition and you don't know what's going to happen. Those are the kind of moments that this is all.
I also read that you love giving auditions. So I want to know from you, what's been like the strangest feedback you've gotten after giving one of these auditions? Have you given a lot?
I have given a ton of auditions.
Really?
I have given a ton of auditions. So every day that I did not shoot during the shooting of this film, I gave an audition. Every single day. So when I finished shooting for the film, suddenly my team Bling was like swamped because the trailer released and all these auditions came back. They're like, we want this boy, we want this boy, we want this. It was great. But to single-handedly take one experience out, I was called in for audition. This was after the release, the TIFF release of the trailer. And because there were other people giving auditions over there, I didn't want to create a ruckus there. So I went in quietly and I had a piece of paper and I just pointed at it, when can I give this audition? I was quiet so I don't disturb anyone else. And he's like, go back. So I walked in back. So I met this guy, I don't want to name him. He was wearing a cap, so let's just call him Topi.
Topi it is.
Yeah. So Topi comes in he's like, listen, can you please wait? I've got one really big actor coming in and I can't make him wait. I need room number 3 for him. So you'll have to wait till I finish. And the other guy's like, but listen, he's come, your actor's not come. He's like, no, I can't make him wait. I need him. How long do you need him? I need, as soon as he comes, he's going to come in any second right now. Half an hour I need with him. And then you can give the audition. I was like, great, I'm used to it. I'm okay. I'll sit, I'll wait for it. Can you give me some water? I sit down and they're like, by the way, what audition are you giving? So I showed them the paper. He's like, acha, same audition. What's your name? I said, I'm Abhimanyu. He's like,
you're the guy.
I'm waiting for you. I was like, I'm so happy that Surya is bigger than Abhimanyu at this point. That my work is speaking more than I am speaking, and that just makes me happy.
Yeah. I want to know from you, your film hasn't released, but of course there's so much buzz around it. What does fame feel like right now? Like, what is walking the streets?
There's no fame. No one recognizes me. The highest point of fame that I've received is Mard. And that was someone from the industry only. So I haven't touched any fame whatsoever, and I like it like this.
But I've actually been reading headlines that are already touting you as the future heartthrob of Bollywood and many such others. So I want to know from you how you're prepping for this impending fame, because it's going to happen. So how are you prepping and how's your team prepping you for it?
Can you send me these clips, please? I'd like to read who's saying this?
One Google search is all it takes.
I like these people. No, like I said earlier, a win or a loss today is not going to affect my mood tomorrow. My plans are 7 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line, and just consistent hard work, making myself better than I was yesterday is all that I have in my vision. These things are part of the game. They're going to come. It's going to happen.
To prep for it though. It's going to come like an avalanche. Your social media is going to explode. So that's what I want to know. All the other paraphernalia that comes with being a hero today.
I mean, till now, it hasn't. You have to see the friends and family I've got around me. There's no chance I can ever get a compliment. There's no chance. That's why I'm never scared of critics. Live in my house one day. You'll never be scared of critics.
You also said that one of the hardest things to do in this business of show business is minding your own business.
Absolutely.
So what did you mean?
Absolutely. It is, isn't it?
But no one's minding their own business from what
They're not. See, the thing is, a lot of people will come. For example, like you said, Instagram fame or whatever. There'll be people coming to your page, spending that 1 minute, taking that 1 minute to consume the content that you have put out, and then they'll be putting in 1 minute to hate on it.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you come to my page and put out hate? That just shows weakness on your side. I'm empathetic towards you. That doesn't make you strong. Mm-hmm. I feel for you. There's something wrong happening in your life that you can put out hate on someone else's page by consuming their content. Don't do that. If you ever see my page, then I'm always trying to highlight other people's achievements, and I'm pushing, whether it's friends, family, or whether it's people I know in the industry. If anyone does a good job, I'm always trying to make them shine. Mm-hmm. Because them shining is not going to take away my light. If you work hard and you do a great job, it's going to make me want to work harder. It's going to motivate me and inspire me to work harder. Mm-hmm. Right? So I want everyone to shine. I love to spend time with people who are working hard to do something well in their life, no matter what field they're in.
Yeah.
It just inspires me.
Speaking of which, then, is there an actor that makes you insanely envious of his craft, or a film that you just wished you had done?
There is a film, I was too young to do it back then, but there was one film that a lot of people came out of and they said, this should have been your film.
Really? Which?
It was Two States. It was, and I really connected to that character as well. And when I saw it, and then I saw it very, much later, after these people had come and told me, oh, you should have. And I was like, got out of the film, I was like, could have done that. I just really connected to the character. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And finally, since you've been mentioning it time and again, the 5-year and 7-year plans that you have, welcome to show business. What's on the bucket list?
Everyone comes into this industry wanting to work with a certain set of directors, right? And of course, I have that list too. But in the grand scheme of things, always looking at the macro picture and not the micro, I'd like to be part of films which break the time barrier. Basically, films that are timeless. Whether it's a small role, big role, whether it's the lead role, the villain role, whatever it is, I would like to be associated with those kind of films or that kind of art or cinema. To give you a few examples, so we're on the same page. Munna Bhai. I can still watch Munna Bhai and it's still relevant and still I might shed a tear, I might laugh. You have Kahani. It's still that gripping. You have Maine Pyar Kiya. It's been 30 odd years to it, and when I go on a trip, people recognize my mom as Suman.
Yeah.
Now that's a timeless character.
Yeah. I can say the dialogues now.
See, that's from Sholay. Every single character, every single line, everybody knows. That's timeless. I'd love for my characters to live beyond my lifetime, and I'd love to be creating a part of culture that lives forever. So that's the kind of grand scheme of plans that I have in my mind.
Oh, big plans, and we can't wait to see what you've done in Mard Ko Dar Nahi Hota to start with, and everything else that follows. Thanks so much for chatting with me.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming by.
It was lovely.
Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Abhimanyu. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment and subscribe to Film Companion.